I greet you, my dear. Are you ready to gain magical knowledge and discover the first rule? It states, everything in the world is interconnected. To become a true sorceress, it is essential to deeply internalize this first rule. Everything in our world is woven together through energy connections and threads, through karmic links and knots that involves the entire space. Every magician can see this. Only to an ordinary person, it may seem we exist separately from one another. Here I am, over there is another person, objects, things, events, but this is far from the truth. Everything in our world is interconnected, and only those who understand all karmic laws, who comprehend how people, events, and phenomena are energetically interwoven, can truly unlock magic. For we are all connected from past lives. Within our families, we are bound to our relatives, our loved ones, and close ones. In relationships with beloved partners, friends, and colleagues, every person is energetically connected to one another in a subtle plane. And every thought you have, every step you take, every action you perform reflects not only on yourself and your life, but also on the lives of those closest and dearest to you. Remember the movie Butterfly Effect? A seemingly insignificant event drastically changed the fate of the main character. Believe me, my dear, in this world, there are no coincidences. There are no small events. Nothing is insignificant. Everything has a meaning. Unfortunately, most people live unconsciously. They are unaware of what they are doing and where it is leading them. Often, they think, oh, it's not that bad. It can be done this way, without even imagining the consequences of their decision. Whether it's the route they take to work, the people they meet, or even the choice of a simple object they purchase. Yes, everything matters. And it leads to incredible consequences, shaping a person's destiny. That is precisely why we carefully select every participant of our events and gatherings. If you have already attended our events, you know how many trials and challenges must be overcome to reach the sacred place of power. It has always been this way from the beginning of time. A magician or sorcerer never received their knowledge effortlessly. They had to overcome countless obstacles, embark on a pilgrimage, reach a cave where magicians lived, find a castle where sorcerers resided, or discover the place where secrets were hidden. That is why we hand out invitations to our events only personally. By knowing a person's past incarnations and lives, we also understand whom they will meet at our event and which karmic interactions are necessary for them. Every guide, every tutor, every shaman, and every magician is a true sorcerer. They see the subtle plane, they recognize connections and energy threads. This is precisely why each participant must undergo a special diagnosis, an individual ritual, before entering the sacred space of the event. We gather all participants near the place of the event, where the tutor scans their auras and determines who is ready to enter the space. My dears, you cannot imagine with how much care and love we select those with whom you will go through practices. We see all the karmic connections and interactions that await you in the future or have already existed in your past lives. Believe me, at our events and gatherings, there are no random people. Everything is karmically interlaced. If you are assigned to a practice with someone or share a room with a specific person during the event, know that this encounter has been deliberately chosen for you by the guide of power. This is necessary to resolve your karmic entanglements. There are no coincidences. Because each of you, precious souls, have your angel, your protector, your guide of power, who leads you on your path. Your path is individual. Even though you are all together at an event, The journey of each one of you has already been determined by the powers of light. The guide of power gently and lovingly leads you along this path. That is why you must always trust the power. Magicians have always been connected in such a way that, through the exchange of power and experience, they gained even greater power. At particularly powerful events and in places of power, we consciously bring people together. In a single space, 50 or even 100 people may gather, live, and sleep together. This is energetically necessary for your spiritual growth and the unfolding of your talent. For this reason, we always recommend turning off all phones and blocking any external connections. In the magical space of the event, you immerse yourself in a delicate thread of energies and move forward on your best path of development, the path of unfolding your power, your purpose, your mission. However, if external connections or contacts, whether from your relatives, spouse, or children, penetrate this delicate, precious energetic process, it can disrupt this subtle energy work, just as it would interfere with the work of a surgeon or jeweler. It can also affect the work of the tutor and the guide of power. That is precisely why we ask you not to communicate with anyone during the event. These are just a few days in which you will immerse yourself in a completely new atmosphere. And even after the event, it is crucial to choose your interactions wisely and carefully select the right people with whom you will continue to communicate. It is very important to connect with like-minded people, group sessions in your city, energy practices, online courses on our YouTube channels, Telegram channels. All of this is created for you to keep the same atmosphere of love, care, beauty, and power of the event. Be sure to join us. And always remember the first rule of magic: everything in the world is interconnected. This must not be ignored. It must be honored. Once you learn to see auras, recognize energy connections, and perceive karmic knots, you will understand why this is so important. Following this magical law, we also recommend avoiding contact after the event with participants with whom you have built close and trusting relationships or found many similarities. Interacting outside the courses, seminars, and groups disrupts the karmic flow of energy. You may not see or understand it. It may seem harmless to you. It's nothing serious. We're just calling, chatting on social media, having meals together, or traveling. My dears, remember, each of you has been chosen by the power. And if you cannot yet sense the subtle karmic connection, trust the guides of power. Trust your guardian angel. Often we have to restore the energetic balance when this karmic law is violated, when people continue to communicate after seminars and courses, forming false karmic connections that later lead to negative consequences. Just recently, our student Anastasia from London wrote to us.
When I first came to an event, my relationship with my husband seemed harmonious. We trusted each other and had a deep mutual understanding. But during the event, I met another student with whom I immediately felt a strong connection. We became friends, exchanged contacts, and even decided to travel together after the event. Although we knew it was not advisable, we did not ask the tutors for their blessing. During our journey, my new friend shared her pain with me. Her husband had cheated on her. She held deep resentment towards men and saw no way out of her situation. As a token of our friendship, she gave me a small, handcrafted souvenir. I trusted her, but I did not share this with the tutors and accepted the gift. From that moment on, my life turned into pure chaos. Like in a Hollywood movie with a dramatic plot, everything collapsed. My husband started staying away from home more often. We began arguing over trivial things, and a month later, I found out that he had a mistress. In my despair, I turned to my tutor and told her everything. She immediately recognized the cause, the violation of the first law of magic, the creation of unfavorable karmic connections. I had to admit that I had gone against the seminar's recommendations. I had broken the first law of magic and forgotten that everything in the world is interconnected. My tutor conducted deep energetic work with me and cleansed me of all unnecessary karmic connections. But unfortunately, I lost the energy level and abilities that I had gained through 5 years of intensive learning at seminars and places of power. All the experiences and the development of my abilities, which I had worked so hard to achieve, were erased in that moment. This experience became a lifelong lesson for me, and now I understand that we can only be truly happy, fully unfold our abilities, and help others if we follow the guidance of the guides of power, preserve our energy, and adhere to all the rules of magic. Only in this way can one maintain harmony and happiness in the family. By the way, I met this woman several more times at events later on. Thanks to the powerful energetic work with the tutors, she was able to harmonize her relationship with her husband, but we never had contact outside the courses again. And today, there is complete harmony in my family. My husband and I are setting off on another romantic journey. I tell everyone how important it is to follow the magical laws, because only through them can we become true sorceresses.
If you enjoyed this video and are truly ready to become a real sorceress, then give this video a like. Share it with others, because it is so important to know the laws of magic and work miracles to transform this world and make it more beautiful and filled with happiness. Subscribe to our channel and activate the bell, because the next lesson is coming soon.
In our extreme times, when the fate of the entire planet is at stake, it is crucial for the knowledge of angels and benevolent spirits to spread as quickly as possible, globally, and reach thousands of people. In this way, we can change the future of all humanity. Which is why we are addressing you, dear soul of light. Spread the knowledge about our wise books and films. Share links to videos or cartoons. All of this is available and free. Invite women to individual practices, webinars, and seminars. And the Great Spirit of Light will help you and your family. It will direct an enormous amount of energy to fulfill all your desires. Benevolent spirits and angels will assist you and your loved ones in all matters. A thread of light and love extends from your heart to the hearts of thirsty women, and the creation of good and the dissemination of enlightened knowledge throughout the world begins. Become part of the mission of light. Help people, and God will help you.